I'm a great believer in free speech. I'm a great believer in opinion. I'm a great believer in bias. And I don't believe, there you are, I don't believe that it's possible to put out news pieces, news opinion pieces without expressing an opinion, without revealing a bias, no matter how hard one tries. I don't believe the BBC, for example, doesn't have a bias. And to try and eradicate a bias is to embrace the bland. Maybe the BBC should have 3 Bs attached to it. And the problem of a bias is also the problem of the growth of censorship in Britain. Britain's censorship, and often imposed from outside Britain, like in YouTube. The Russell Brand experience with YouTube censorship, for example, illustrates that complex and often contentious nature of content moderation on social platforms by AI bots, and by real people as well, looking for keywords rather than content, and trying to prevent misinformation, but in trying to prevent misinformation, sabotaging opinion. And this provokes significant debate. So in that sense, it's a good thing, between regulation and free expression. But Russell Brand was not the only individual to be baptized in the Thames who suffered from some sort of censorship. There's a fellow called Alwyn Mesa who converted to Catholicism and was baptized in the Thames and faced censorship. And he was trying to document his religious journey and conversion. And he was removed for reasons that some of his followers felt was unjustified. The key examples, of course, of media repression would be the Andrew and Tristan Tate stuff. Andrew Tate, this former kickboxer, social media personality, the red and the blue tablet, and his brother Tristan, banned from YouTube for their controversial content, which was considered something that violated community guidelines and promoted hate speech, harassment, harmful content, HHH, and I think it's okay to be outspoken on multiple issues. I think it's it's important to draw the distinction between hate and satire. And satire is good and goes back a long way. One of the reasons we know about Socrates or Socrates is that he was satirized by Euripides, and no, not Euripides, Aristophanes, and we probably we get a flavour of the man from that in a way that perhaps we don't as much from the slightly reverential writings of Plato. And I think satire should be provocative, not the 9 o'clock news, which, launched the career of Rowan Atkinson and others, and Alan Bennett, of course, and that was the week that was, with the wonderful revival of Frankie Howard. I blame her. I blame her. It's the wonder of social media and the wonder of satire is the wonder of the ephemeral, the throwaway, the unconsidered. And here we have a medium that is largely throwaway and disposable, but it encapsulates elements of reality. It's like a snapshot of truth, which changes. And even individual content creators can contradict themselves, as we do in real life, and keep going. Whereas you expect consistency from the BBC. Why should we? What we want is inconsistency and debate. What we want is conversation, not only in the way our news is delivered, but also in the way our politics is made. We want interaction. We want debate, because it's only by looking at many sides of the same issue that we can reach a reasonable and positive conclusion. Even by talking to Farage, we can reach a positive conclusion. But the idea that a government, that a politician should have some sort of divine fiat, like a papal pronouncement, this is the truth and that is not, that way lies madness. We need debate. Please feel free to debate. And if you worry that that your content is being censored, it's not censored by me. The only time I would ever remove somebody is if they attack someone else, and repeatedly. Then yes, I would. I would put a. There's a mechanism for saying there's malicious content. I think I've done it once, and I will happily do it again. But otherwise, I don't get rid of comments that I don't like. Sometimes I will question them, but I don't get rid of them. I think it's important to see them.